Hey, good morning. I'm trying to improvise a session how I write code nowadays using my own software called Forge STA. STA is a abbreviation for speech to action. It is a little app which sits in the. So I also start the recording here, um, which is the app which sits um, in the menu here, and we can record with it. And we have got also a post-processing pipe, which we can configure. At the moment here is only raw, so nothing will be processed and clean. You will see in a bit. So what I try to show you now, we're here in my source code folder. I will create a new project for a CLI, for a post-processing app, which sends text which I spoke into a pipe, into an application. In this case, we will just create a Python code, and the Python code shall record the text and put it into files, into notices, and then later I can read all these files. Let's start. So first I create a new folder. I call it pipe test. And I open the code editor. So here I am. So the thing I will do now, I will start everything with the README. So to explain a little bit. And now I'm opening Claude. And I say yes, you can use this folder. I trust it because it's my own source. And now I'm not typing anymore. I try to. I just want to record the next process. Sorry for the light conditions. Maybe I will switch this on. Makes a little bit more sense. Maybe. Yeah. This is also a reason why I use this speech to action software, because sometimes I cannot see my keyboard. So yesterday I recorded a video I made in the night, so it was dark. So and in this condition I most often cannot see my keyboard. So speech helps me to overcome this burden. And now I also sitting in front of the sun, and sometimes I cannot see so much. Whatever, I will just start. So to start a conversation, I press Control S, and then I just speak in my prompt. Hey Claude, I want to write a little Python program which I can use with my speech to action software. So the text I want to speak into the microphone shall be written into files, and for every message, this application should create a new file. So I press enter. It's now transcribed, and now Claude sees the prompt. So I don't type this in, just the Control S and enter. So he's answering now in German. I hope that doesn't make so much problems for you. So he says, okay, I got the picture. I need a few more details. So he's asking for input files. Yeah, to answer your first question, the input files comes voice via voice to text, and so you use the input in this Python program. What STA also did, I'm talking English and it's translating it to German, so that's why the conversation here is German. So Claude is answering, thank you. Also the input files comes from voice to text, but there are two open questions. What shall the program do with the input? Yeah, we configure a folder where all these nodes should be taken, and then you just name them node 1, node 2, node 3 to just increment the file number. Now you get it wrong. The folder has been translated to photo. Let's see what it gets. Yeah, configurable folder. So he already knows that I'm using STA, and he interpreted the word photo as folder. And he is now asking what should be inside this files. Yeah, thanks for questioning. The input shall be markdown format, so the files should not be txt, it should be .md for markdown. And yeah, you can just use some markdown things where when you find out this could be a caption, you do just the one hash in front, and the rest is free text. If you can figure out this is a URL, then also put it like in the markdown quotes, so to say, so that it can be rendered as a URL. So, and then the user, myself in this case, can check if the URL is correct, and I can hand retype it. So now my application also switched to English context, because there's Whisper C++ in between, which is also a little small AI, maybe like 3 gigabytes big. This is inside the STI software, and it sees now, oh, he's talking in English, so I will just put it out in English. So Claude is already showing me what he's wanted to write. So it's creating a Python file, and yeah, he wants to write node processor pi. Let's see. Yes, I say yes, you can write this. I give you the permission. He wants to test it. So he simulates it, calling Python with the node processor PI, and he puts in some echoes like input from another file and then output to another. Let's proceed. And here you can see what what is it creating here? Some nodes, some test nodes. Here the output. And let's see what Claude's saying. What the program does. It reads node.txt and so on and so forth. He remembers or he recognizes URLs automatically via regex, and it formats the URLs, which we can see here. Schau dir die Seite an, look at this site, and it's HTTP, and I can also see like the processed version, which is here in my markdown view, and these are correct hyperlinks. And here is the normal text. No link here, only normal text. And yeah, this is just not translated, it's just read it like one-to-one. What he does here, there's a URL, and in the output also URL is converted into markdown language. Thank you. Can you please write the README file so that the users can see what this program does? So he's now creating a div to put into the README. I say yes, proceed. And then it puts the input here in the markdown, which we can see here. Node processor, a small Python utility that reads numbered nodes files from an input folder, detects URLs and the text, and so on and so forth. Here's an example. And maybe I did not write it properly. The usage here, he says it's Python 3, node processor PI. Or maybe it is correct. Now let's see if it's working. So now I have to configure my my tool, and I go to settings, and I create a new post processor. Therefore I copy this here, and we can add, I call it pipe test. I put in the Python path, Python 3.12, and the argument line is, where are we? Users, art, source code, pipe test with an E, and how is this called? I think it's NodePy. Check in a bit. Add node processor pi. So I can edit this. It's pipe test. Oh, it's not NodePy. It's node processor pi. Let's check this. if this is right here, or if there's a pipe test. Yeah, I think I have to check this. Let's make it differently. I use the terminal. So now I've got the whole file name, and I put this into the argument here. So Control V and update, and now I can try to use this. I've never done this before, to be honest. And now I can configure pipe test, and now I'm just using the prompt. So I quit Claude here, and so that I have something like a terminal, and then I say, this is a recording. Nothing much to say now. And let's see what it does. Let's see in the node processor, where's the folder, output folder. It's .nodes out. Yeah, unluckily it did nothing. So in this case I go back to Claude and let Claude fix this problem. Hey Claude, I tried to use the node processor Pi in my STA software, and I don't see an output. Can you please check the Python script that it takes the input from the input stream and writes it as a node into nodes out? Please make sure that this will happen. Maybe I have to switch to clean mode. Claude, I just tried to test the node processor Pi, and I use it with STA. So STA is sending the input stream from the voice recording into the pipe, and I don't see any files written. Please make sure that this Python script uses the input stream. Now he doesn't have a context, so he's scanning the whole project again. Now he's rewriting it so that it uses standard in. Yeah. I think now he get us. It's saying STA pipe Python node processor. Yeah. Thanks. So normally I don't have to say thanks to an AI, but that's the habit. This is my attitude. So, and now I switch to pipe test. This is just a recording to demonstrate that pipe test is running. Command not found. Okay. Though he did something wrong. Just putting this into the terminal prompt. So let me check what this software does. Takes the raw text, formats URLs, standard out right. Oh, he uses standard out. Okay, maybe this is the step in between. Then I will check something else. This is a test recording. Example.com. No, it's not doing what I wanted. What is the format URL here? Standard out right. Maybe I should put it into this with HTTP. This is a sample. Please make a URL https example.com. Okay, it doesn't transform. He really needs a real written URL. So there are still some things to correct. Now I can call Claude that the output is wrong. He should not write to standard out. Instead, he should put it into the file. I think this we will start again. At first. And maybe I switch to English here, so that Claude is doing the right thing, so that it talks to Claude with English. So also this. Hey Claude, please check the node processor. It's almost correct, but it should not produce text on the standard out. It should create a file instead, stored in nodes underscore out, and it should increment the number in the file name. Like we have got here node1.md, node2md, and it should increment this and write new files. So now he's also talking English to Claude to avoid misunderstandings. I need to change the script to write to nodes out, which is an out incremented. So let's see what he's doing. make dirs, output dir, standard error, write written. So in standard error he's telling me, he's giving me feedback that he's done something. Let's check this out. And I switch to pipe test. This is just a sample recording. So, and he's answering, this is just a sample recording, and because I'm in the terminal, he says, no, this is not correct. And here is the result. This is just a sample recording. So this is the output I wanted. So now I should say Claude or I should say the program that it finds URL from spoken text. So this is a little bit more complicated, but I think we will be able to do this also. I have to switch back to the clean mode so that Claude is understanding me. Hey Claude, can you please scan the node processor pi? This is almost correct, but when I speak a URL, the recognition is not that good, because I'm not able to speak your URLs like if I'm typing. Can you please just transform like example.com, so I speak the dot in between and you make a whole URL in Markdown out of it. And this is doing a good work, I think, because I'm not good at regular expressions, so I can use Claude for this. I never wanted to be good at this because I don't need to, because we now have got AI. So let's see what Claude comes with. It's also interesting, you can learn new programming styles from this software. I can see the existing node processor pi handles typed URLs, but not spoken ones. I'll add a spoken URL pattern that recognizes example.com/. Yeah, let's just try it. I don't know if we really need the slash thing, but let's check if this is. Echo visit example.com/docs and also github.com/myproject. So he wants to test it, and it comes out with nodes. Visit example.com dots. So the URL is good here. Is it rendered here? It is rendered as a URL. That looks good. We want to make the edit to the there's a double nesting issue. Yes. Change this. So he found its own error while testing. Echo visit example.com/docs and also check HTTP. Let's see what it brings out. Node 6. And also, so now the check is correct. It's not putting the URLs together. So both work cleanly now. Here's what has added. Okay, thanks. Can you please rewrite the README so that the users can see how to use this and what it does? So I'm not typing not that much, at least nothing. The README is outdated. It describes a folder scanning interface. Yeah. I'll rewrite it to match reality. Include the spoken URL. So, yeah. His writing is done. Yeah. Exactly. I will scan this later. And now I just quit here. And just check. So I have to switch to pipe test processing. And this is a test. Just a simple test. This should be create a node here. This is the test. I just found a new website. It's called example.com. So next node. I just found a new website. It's called example.com. Okay. So he's right. The software is writing what I spoke, but it doesn't translate the URL right now. But I think you get the point. And yeah, now I would have to go to Claude and say, oh, the output is now this and that, and Claude, can you please fix this, and so on and so forth. So it's an iterative process, and in this case is not a simple one, because Claude doesn't have this pattern. Maybe no one did this kind of software before. So it's it's not easy for me anyways. If I could write this code, how to find out if there's if this should be a URL. So, but I can still go into into this node and create a real URL, but I can just leave it like this. It's example.com. So this was just a small demonstration. So you can put down your nodes into files. So this is a use case. And of course you can also create your own pipes and using AI. And this shall only show you, this is only a showcase for the Forge STA, which is available in a few weeks. I've got a crowdfunding campaign for this because I want to bring it to the Apple Store, and they're asking for $99, and I cannot afford this at all, so I cannot put it to the public. I'm using it in the console because I cannot use it on my own computer without these write restrictions. So I have to run it in dev mode, in developer mode. And yeah, I want to make it a whole project, a whole application that everybody can use it with just a double click. And therefore I have this crowdfunding campaign, so that I get the money, then I can put it onto the App Store, and then I can give it to you. That's it for now. Maybe you found out what you can do with it, and it's amazing. You don't have to type anything anymore. I'm using this now on a regular basis. I already wrote a book in one day, 18 chapters in one day, using this technique. Most often I'm prompting CLI commands to the AI. Some things I have to type because I have to be very precise what I want, and for example to enter a URL, which is, as we have seen, it's not easy to speak in URL. But maybe you get an update, maybe I will solve this problem later, but for now it's just a showcase. Thanks for watching, have a good time, bye bye.